no question. You were when a motherfucker hot stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
It's your favorite day of the week. It's
Monkey Tuesday.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. We're going to get to it. Drew Titan, Bronze on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button. Share the video. We are our own algorithm. We don't leave it up to Miguel to do anything for us. Miguel gonna like this show though, because it's gonna display the dysfunction within the knuckle draggers within the black community. Let's do this roll call real quick because I want to get to this. Now the 86 early in that super check salute. He says salute Drew, and salute to the mighty LDBC, man. Salute to you, good brother. Thank you so much. Skinny Too Litty, son of Tank, Chilltown Majors, Dal Anderson, Coach Hudson in the building. Salute. Y'all go subscribe to my brother, Coach Hudson. He be cooking. Jeff Spark. Salute. HMC, Jalen Hudson. Freedom's March. Go subscribe to my brother, Freedom's March. Salute. CT Fat Boy. BVO. Go subscribe to my brother, BVO. Salute. Shaquilla Fields in the building. 88 Sports Talk. My brother, what's good? Stormy B-Man in the building. Isaiah, what's going on? Todd Swindle. Rashad, Rod Neal. Come on in, smash the like button. Let's not waste any time. Mr. Shelton, salute. Eric Jordan, my brother in the building, salute. All right. Got a question on this Monkey Tuesday. Yeah, I would like the detractors and the haters to pull up and state your case. I'll let you speak this morning. What's your real issue with Devin Haney? That's the question. Because I have questions. I will let you come up here and I will give you the floor. Tell me what your real issue. Listen to the words, it's in caps. What's your real issue with Devin Haney? And I will let you explain it. I'm letting you know that I have questions. And that's it. Because, I don't see a problem. On his end, I don't see a problem. There are problems surrounding him. There are problems surrounding the sport of boxing as a whole. But what is your issue? You tell me. I need you to tell me. Explain to me what your issue is. I'm not talking about everybody else's issue. And believe me, I'll know where you got your talking points. Ratchet since 91, my brother, salute. Thank you for the information this morning, brother. I'll know if you got your talking points from, the usual people. But I want to see how well you articulate your real issue with Devin the Dream Haney. Star City J, what up? Renzo, what up? Pull up. Please. Educate me. Tim, what up? Because I don't see a problem. But maybe you could change my mind. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. You can change my mind. You change my mind with facts? Dion, salute. Maybe you can get on here and articulate something that I don't know. Joe, what's going on, good brother? How you feel? Maybe you can articulate something. Let's have an adult conversation. Andrew 100, what up, brother? Let's have an adult conversation. Let's do it. I'm willing to listen. If you can come up here and conduct yourself like an adult, I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to listen. Drew, my problem, my real issue with Haney is this. I need you to do that. But I need you to be ready. After you articulate, I'll give you the floor for as long as you need it. Well, not as long as you need it. Yeah, it has to be in a reasonable amount of time. Just remember whatever you say, you got to stand on it if I ask you a question. And I need you to explain it. Mind of Mox and Musa, my brother, salute. World Constrictor, salute. All right. So if you're in the chat, you're just watching, you're not a wrench, you know, or you might be a wrench. Hey, man, I know this is a Devin Haney channel, but listen, man, this is my real issue with Devin. Salute is saying, I'm going to drop the link as soon as they show their face. G. McCall in the building, salute. As soon as they show their face, Tay-Tay, good morning. If you could respectfully, you know, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you with the screaming and the cussing. I'm not doing that. Y'all already know I'm not doing that. As soon as you get nasty with me, I'm just gonna kick you out. I will give you the floor. I will allow you to explain what your, in caps, real issue is with Devin Haney. Give me a minute, Insane. I want a hater to come up here first, because that's what they are. But I will give you the floor, uninterrupted, and I will allow you to explain in detail what is your real issue with Devin. But I'm going to need you to stay right there, because whatever you say, I'm going to question. I want you to reiterate what you're saying and everything else, please. If you're listening, please just say something in the chat. If you have a real issue with Devin Haney, please let me know. I will drop a link. You come up here and respectfully articulate your real issue. You see, I'm putting emphasis on the word real. Look in the title of the show, in caps, real issue. What is the problem? I will let you explain it, and then I'm gonna need you to stay right there to answer some questions. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, nice day. Nice day. Now they scared. What's the matter? Come up here and speak, man. Come on now. What's going on? It's Monkey Tuesday. I need to know what the real issue is. Thank you, Tay-Tay. Go subscribe to my Patreon. Yeah. And if y'all missed Pep Talk last night, y'all go ahead and rewatch that. If y'all missed Nerds on Culture, me and Stormy was cooking. Go rewatch all of that. Replay gang in y'all future. Real. On Pep Talk last night, I was talking about the Hobots. They're here. They're about to take over. And I don't know why the ladies are mad, but whatever. Y'all did this. But y'all go watch what I spoke on last night. But I need to know What is your real issue? Because you know what happens? They don't pull up. This video goes up, and sometime during the day, I'll have about 8 or 9 comments from some unfamiliars. And next thing you know, they're typing books in my comment section. And I'm like, you're not blocked. You're not blocked. So why didn't you just make yourself known? So, drop the link and we could have had a conversation. Stephen X, salute, brother. Black Martial Arts Society, salute. But you see the question. What's your real issue with Devin Haney? Come on now, make yourself known. I know what's going to happen. Someone's going to be in the comment section. Oh, I would have clicked. I'd have let you know I was here, but you blocked me. Well, if I blocked you over another subject last year or months ago, that means you've always been a hater. You're a stalker. What did the 22-year-old grown adolescent say yesterday? I blocked him 30 times. I had to block you. Jesus Christ. That means there's something wrong with you on two ends. If I had to block you 30 times, that means you came through the door with the same nonsense. And why are you back after I blocked you the first time? You see? So please, if you have a mental disorder, please stay away from me. This ain't the place for you. Yeah, 30. Yeah, he said 31. Yeah, so that means, was it 32? Yesterday made 32. And guess what? I still didn't block him. I unblocked him. He's not blocked. Rick Blackwell, salute. Matter of fact, let's have some fun with this. Young man, if you're watching, let me know you're here. You're not blocked. Would you like to talk to me today? If you click this link, are we going to hear slurred speech? Sound like you got an uncontrollable amount of saliva in your mouth? Are you capable of having an adult conversation? You want to test that theory? You want to prove me wrong? Let me know if you're in the chat. I unblocked you, young man. I unblocked you. And I gave you a chance, and you ran out of here and said, F you, Stormy. F you, Drew. You guys are bullies. I'm leaving. Ain't no one kicked you out. He virtually folded his arms, poked his lip out, and left. No one made you leave. Everybody wants the attention, and when they get the attention, they can't handle it. Shemaine, what up, brother? Yeah. That was ridiculous. But, this is what we're dealing with. That's why, that's what prize fighter salute. That's why I ask, before I engage with these people, that's why I ask how old they are. And that's what I had to learn about the internet. I remember having a debate about Michael Jordan on Facebook, and I realized, I said, whoa. I'm literally going to these kids' pages. I'm like, yo, who am I talking to? I'm talking to a kid, and 90% of them had avatars with their face in it, smoking a blunt. I don't talk to kids like that. What? Saggy jeans, painted fingernails, smoking a blunt with their face all made up. They weren't even born when Michael Jordan was in his prime. Why am I talking to them? Man, get out of here. So when cats come in here and start mudslinging, I'm going to ask, hey, young man, I'm assuming you're young. How old are you? The first thing they do is they don't answer the question. Then when they finally answer the question, if they answer the question, when they finally answer the question, you find out that they're babies. That's what you found out. Remember the other kid before that? The chubby, nappy-headed nigga? Where was he from? Hollis, Queens, somewhere? Venus Mars, salute. MJ, what up? Remember him? I want to point something out that I didn't say that day. Nobody picked it up. When that kid clicked the link, He wouldn't show his full face, although I had a picture of it already. It's too late. He just showed the top of his nappy head. Do y'all know what that was about? Freedom's March in that super chat. Salute to you, good brother. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all know what that was about? Yeah, I'm going to put a coat on him. Y'all think I be playing when I point out this excessive pillow biting epidemic that's been going on in the last decade. We're dealing with a bunch of men that was raised by single moms. All right. Now, why wouldn't I kept telling that young man, I said, bro, put the camera on your face. Show your face, your face, your face. You know why I kept saying that? And I didn't say it when he was on it because I wanted, well, until towards the end, because I wanted to come to an understanding. I was trying to understand what his gripe was, and he was all over the place. But you notice he kept showing us the top of his head. Now, why do you think he was doing that? Look at my TV. It's bigger than the whole wall in your living room. I'm from Hollis, Queens. Yeah, you're from my city. Why are you telling me, why are you showing me a materialistic item, right? Showing me the top of your head and talking about how you got more money than me. Isn't that what men say to women when they're trying to court them with a materialistic item? You know why he wanted me to see the top of his nappy head? Because he wanted to let me know what I'd be looking at if he was blowing me. Y'all didn't even pick that up. Now, you might be saying, Drew, that's over the top. No, it's not. No, it's not. He wanted me to court him. He wanted me to say, yo, look, brother, let me talk to you behind the scenes. Email me your phone number. He wanted to build a relationship with me. That's what he wanted. And when he saw Pep Talk, he knows what kind of time I'm on, and it's not that. And that made him angry. Why can't I get a guy like that? What do these cats always go to? Oh, man, you on the steroid base. Nah, I just work out and do a lot of push-ups. How about you? I am every bit the man that he wants, whether it's sexually or he needs a daddy in his life. Because no grown man trolls. No grown man, Andrew Grace, salute. No grown man trolls. Now, yesterday, 22-year-old man that said I kicked him out of here 30 times. Whether that number was an exaggeration or not, I would say maybe it was more than 3 times. If I kick you out the first time, why you come back? Now you got to axe to grind? For what? For what? And I'm making a point with this. These are the people that got a problem with Devin. They got a problem with Devin. Yeah. Salute, Dion, man. Be easy. Take it easy today. Thank you so much. For real, man. Work hard. Yes, sir. We here. Keep me posted. So I'm just letting y'all guys know. They're being contrary just for the sake of being contrary. That's what they do. But this morning, I'm willing to speak to anybody. And the topic is, what's your real issue with Devin Haney? I'm anybody? Philip D. Redden in the building. Salute. The pet pack is alive and well. Anybody? Nobody has a. I'm telling you what's going to happen. This video is going to upload, and there's going to be 8 or 9 comments from unfamiliars talking about, hey, this is my problem with Devin. And you're going to type a book, and I'm telling you right now, I'm not reading it. I'm going to block you from the comment section. That's what I'm going to do. Forget type. I ain't got time to read. When you had time to speak to me. Y'all hear me say this all the time. Educate me. Maybe you know something that I don't know. Maybe I overlooked something. Exactly, Coach Hudson. Nobody. Come on, man. I worked hard on this meme. I got Devin laughing. Y'all know Bill listening. Y'all know that. Bill pulled up on the general yesterday. Boogs, what up? Oh, yeah, I know. But, I want to give them the platform to talk. If you guys can respectfully come up here and say, you know what, Drew, my real issue with Devin is this. I'm willing to bet we're really not going to end up talking about boxing, are we? And that's why they're not making themselves known. Because I don't have an issue with Devin. I never did. You can check my body of work. Yes, salute, Queen. All I see is this young man putting in work. What is the problem? These cats that hate on Devin and, you hate him and you extend a lot of others a whole lot of courtesy. See, this is why they don't want to come up here. I know they're watching. There's only 81 people in here. I know they watching and y'all, yeah, my God, I swear to God. I know what's going to happen. Yeah, I'd have clicked the link and I'd have said something, but I'm blocked. Well, that might be true, but if you want to talk to me, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Now, you can stick on to the topic. Stick to the topic. Attacking me is not going to help. It's been done. You can't say anything to me to hurt my feelings. It's been done. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say, bounce off me, sticks to you. But stick to the topic. If you have an issue, King Corleone, Hen Dog, salute. Your real issue with Devin Haney is what? What is your real issue? I'm listening. Maybe I don't care how big your channel is. Pull up. Let me know something. Educate me. You got the floor. You got the floor. Just be warned. I'm going to let you cook. Lost from the Jungle. I'm going to let you cook. But I promise you I'm going to have some questions. The link is there. If you have an issue with Devin Haney, click the link, come up, and educate me. Educate me. Let's go. Doop 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 doo. Well, until a hater pulls up. And so now, see, that's for the cats who claim, oh, I'd have came up, I'd have said something, but I'm blocked. You can click the link. You're not, even if you are blocked. First of all, if you're blocked for a reason. How about this? If you want to get unblocked, click the link and let me know. Please unblock me. I got blocked. People misunderstood what I said. Okay, well, cool. Aaron Butler, salute, brother. Yeah. You use misunderstood. I get it. I understand. But now, you're not blocked. You're not blocked. So we can have an adult conversation this morning. That goes to, everybody that got me fucked up. You want to talk to me this morning? Pull up. If we're going to talk about this, I want to know what your real issue with Devin Haney is. Because I don't see it. Oh, Xavier, I don't know. Midwest in the building. You can turn your camera off if you want to. I'm about to put you up.
I'm very familiar with this. I'm just...
Hold on. Midwest, I got you. What's good, brother?
Yeah, how you doing there? I don't got no beef with Devin or a lot of these other boxers or Tank. But me, you might call me kind of crazy. I have a Israelite belief. Some people feel that, some people don't. I just think what's turning some people off to Tank and Devin is the uh, the religion aspect. You know,
Okay.
there might be a small percentage of people like me, but some of them other guys they might have their different reasons. But I just don't think that's a religion for black males. And I think Tank and Devin Haney are misled. And I think actually you can kind of see it in Tank's behavior. It hasn't improved or anything. He's still acting crazy. And maybe not as much for with Devin, but yeah, it's just I don't believe it's a religion for us. I believe it's a religion for Ishmael, the children of
Uh-huh.
Ishmael. And yeah, thanks for having me on here. I was just heading to work. I said, let me see if I can get on in here, say a little bit.
No doubt, no doubt. So, in your opinion, it's from your personal perspective, it's a religious thing. From
Yeah,
you, how you feel it.
I think it's a religion for the people of Ishmael.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
All right. I'm not gonna debate that. That because that's a Pandora's box that we can do a whole show on that, and a lot of people are not exactly educated on where you're coming from or where they're. So I feel you on that. I respect that. Okay. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, there's no, I like listening to the shows, and like I said, I'm just heading to work, and I said, I'm gonna hop on here. Yeah, I'm gonna hop on here and see, say my little piece, and hopefully don't get crucified for it. But
No,
yeah,
no, no.
that's about
No,
it.
no, 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 no. And I wouldn't. First of all, it's always a slippery slope when you engage with a person's religious beliefs. You gotta be real careful and very respectful to what they believe in. Um, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't challenge your stance on it. I know some. You said you're an Israelite.
Yes, I believe basically if you can trace your family back through the transatlantic slave trade, I
Uh-huh.
believe you're an Israelite.
Okay.
You know, that's just what I believe.
So that's okay. Like I said, I'm not gonna challenge that. You know, like I said, religion is it's a very very slippery slope. You know what I mean? Um,
Shalom, Midwest. Hey, Drew,
yes, sir.
he's not far off. If you
Okay.
go back to Mr. Sanders, Shador Sanders' father, what's his name again?
Shador,
Dion.
Yeah,
Dion.
Deion Sanders. Because you support right Jesus. Listen,
Mhm.
Devin Haney is a villain to America because he's black and he's a Muslim. There was a time in America where they used black Muslims to scare white people. He's a classic villain. The man is completely correct. He cannot be a hero in white America. He
Okay.
has no choice but to be a villain. And yes, the religion is 100% a part of it. What do you think 9/11 it was committed by allegedly Muslims, right?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Can I say this real fast? This
Shalom,
this
Midwest.
this may sound crazy, but it doesn't matter what a man who he believes in or what he believes in. That shouldn't deter you from supporting someone. As long as if that's his God to make him be a better person, then let that be the God. No matter if it's Jesus, no matter if it's a Hebrew Israelite, no matter what it is, whatever makes him be a better person, you should support him for that. So by you saying that it's what he represents, bro, that's like the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. And that's no
Pause.
disrespect to you.
Pause. You know, you
That's no
misunderstood
disrespect.
what I said. No, you misunderstood what I said.
Not you, not you. Black martial arts. Come on, you know, mom. Come on, you know, you my boy. Not that. Not
So
you.
you're talking about
Not
that
you.
Midwest guy, but
Yeah, I'm talking about the Midwest dude. But don't
Oh wait, he
knock someone on what makes
fell
them
off.
better, a better person, because he could be out here beating up women, knocking over jewelry stores, committing all type of crimes. Then you would have a
we're going
different
to talk
outlook
about
of
that,
him.
right? We're
Shit,
going to get to that.
hold on. Midwest fell off. It says his device. If you can hear me, brother, if you have time, I know the brother said he was on his way to work. It says your device is not connected. So if you have time, you can click back in. You can click back in because it says device not connected. I'm gonna leave him backstage.
As an obvious guy who doesn't like Devin Haney, I'll give my my takes on why my
Hey,
problems
Press,
with
could you
Devin
give me
Haney.
1 second? Could you give me 1 second, Press?
Oh,
Hey,
go ahead.
black
Yeah, let him
martial
finish his
artist.
thoughts.
Black martial artist. You know you my boy. You know
Of course, brother.
I can't remember your other name on. I can't remember your other name.
Healer.
Focus call.
Yeah, so you know you my boy. That was for Midwest, whatever his name was. That was strictly for him. Strictly. Go ahead, Press. My fault.
Go ahead, Press.
All right. So I'm going to say a couple things.
Go ahead.
My
first
issue with Devin Haney, if y'all can hear me,
Yeah.
it's the premise that he does a lot of talking, but his fights and style doesn't show all the backing or all the excitement that he's supposed to be. This A-class, S-class level fighter he's supposed to be. Like here, from his last fight we seen him in and he performed in, he threw the 110 punches in 12 rounds versus Jose Ramirez. That is the fourth worst in 40 years in a 12-round fight. That is terrible. And for people who say, oh, well, you know, he was trying to be like Floyd, there is no stat that Floyd has that is equal to that. Nothing like that. If you're gonna fight ultra defensively like that and like run around, you can't double down and say, or like, you know, get into drama with people like Devin does on Twitter, talk crazy, say I'm an A-class level fighter, but you're not doing anything A-class level. You're not throwing punches. You're not confident, right? I'll admit, like, Devin is disciplined, always in the gym. He's undefeated. I'm not denying his skill level. But his public image and a fan perception matter in boxing, and Haney is always giving his critics the grace or ammo, like I would like to say, especially outside the ring. He has a lot of outside the ring issues. He got in a scuffle with a fan. You name it. The scuffle with Brian Owen Jr. His dad he can't control his damn security guard in a face-off. That's a lot to be scrutinized about. What's another thing that happened? If I remember. Yeah, the whole his father saying, "I want to kill Ryan Garcia. They're gonna murder him inside the ring." They popped that off first, but they like to make it revisionist history. But I know what I heard and saw. I'm like, wait, these guys are saying this? You know? Besides what Ryan Garcia, I already condemn what Ryan Garcia did. I think he's dog shit. But I still remember that. Like, nah, that's not right. You know? Another thing. I know this is gonna be controversial. He did say, I'll never lose to a white boy. But then
Hold on, Press. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna let you cook. Hold on.
Yeah.
Philip Ramos. The link is at the top. I'm going to give you 5 minutes while Press is stating his case. If you do not click that link, I am blocking you. I'm not going back and forth with anybody in the chat. There's a link at the top. Press is coming up here. He's stating his case. He's being very respectful. I'm about to challenge what he says when he's finished. you will do the same. If you do not click this link, I'm blocking you. Okay? That's how that's gonna go. Go ahead, Press.
Yeah, my fault. But I got only a couple of other things I'm gonna say. Boxing to me is half the sport. Is a half the sport and is half entertainment. So the both of them coincide. If you give fans neither action or charm, which Devin Haney lacks personality. He's not like Tio's fucking crazy. He has personality. Shakur has personality. He's always popping off. Tank has personality. His swagger, but Devin doesn't have any of that. He's like bland without his dad. I'm not
Hey,
knocking him.
Hey, Press, got your
Huh?
question. What personality?
Being
Press?
racist?
Stop. Let him cook. Stop. Let him cook.
Wait.
Go ahead, Press.
Lacking personality is not a problem now.
Being racist? What are you talking about? The racism with Tio? What
Let
are
him
you talking
cook.
about?
Let him cook.
Okay,
Let him cook.
all right. Yeah. So, you can be boring in the ring or arrogant outside of it, but you can't be both. That's how it is, but you need to have the image, and he doesn't have that. Sure, he was undisputed. Sure, he was a multiple division champion, but he himself knows that his stock has went down dramatically. But I'll let whoever wants to rebut to that.
Okay. Wow. So I gotta ask you, Press, what's worse? Saying that you're gonna kill somebody in the ring, which is something that fighters have said notoriously throughout since before I was born. I mean, Roberto Duran had the smartest mouth I've ever heard in the 70s and 80s. What's worse, saying that you're gonna kill someone in the ring, or actually trying to kill someone in the ring by way of cheating? What's worse? Because you just admitted that Ryan cheated.
Yeah.
And that's attempted murder, man.
Let me let you finish, okay?
Okay. And another thing is, somebody mentioned racism. Do we really need to take that route? Ryan came through and showed all of us, because everybody on here is black, or whether you say you're Indian or whatever you call yourself, you're not white. Ryan came through and said, I'm gonna say this and y'all ain't gonna do shit. And he's walking around right now. Just did an interview with the brother Najee.
You holy bunch of niggers to me.
No one touched him. No one touched him. So I'm not understanding. Okay, so you say he lacks personality. Okay. Me personally, I don't give a damn about no personality. Anthony Joshua was a boring dude to me. He has no personality. I think he's borderline retarded. But somehow he was sold to us in America and in the UK. The UK, the fans are just better. They'll back anybody. But he was sold over here by whom? Who sold Press? I'm asking Press. Who sold Anthony Joshua to us?
Eddie Hearn.
Okay, now why does Eddie Hearn get extended that amount of courtesy?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop right there. You're not sure. Eddie Hearn came into the boxing industry very disrespectful, talking crazy to Al Heyman. There was a lot of emphasis on Al Heyman. And back then, we're talking about maybe 8 years ago now, we was like, hey, man, Al Heyman is giving us free boxing on TV. Okay, a lot of the fighters trust him. He's getting the money. We got Keith Thurman and Sean Porter on free TV. I think we had Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia on free TV. Al Heyman at one point was giving us great work. And we were saying, why are they attacking that brother? You remember Oscar was on his bumper, Bob Arum was on his bumper, and I say this respectfully, because you said you only been following this thing for 2 years. Press, there's a history with this thing, and it's not too long ago. I don't have to go all the way back to the 90s and the early 2000s. I ain't got to do that. We can go back to the last decade. We can go back to the last decade. And I still, for the life of me, I can't understand the things that were force fed to us. It's not real. So if a personality is what draws you to a fighter and it supersedes the work that he does in the ring, you need to watch the sport with a better eye. You need to watch the sport with a better eye, because Devin is not manufactured. Anthony Joshua was. He was. But everybody over here was singing his praises. Tyson Fury was manufactured. Deontay Wilder was not. He fought for everything he had. And what happened? They still chose that, the 6'9" white boy, the drug cheat, over the American champion. And what did they try and say? They tried to say that he was racist. I see these clowns in the comment section. Oh, Haney's racist. You can't prove that. I'll never let a white boy beat me. Let me ask you something. Glenn Johnson, where were you when Ryan Garcia said what he said about George Floyd? And I know that's a troll account, so wrenches, y'all can go ahead and get on y'all job. Y'all can knock him upside his head. Whether a person has personality or not, it's irrelevant to me. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. If he has no personality, I don't know how that plays into you, but Bill Haney got all the personality you want. And you sprinkle that with Devin keep winning in his accomplishments. What aggravates a lot of people is Devin's accomplishments supersedes the hater's favorite fighter, whether it's Tank, whether it's Shakur, whether it's Teofimo Racist Lopez, race capital R, Racist Lopez. While they're worried about clothing and personality, all I see is Devin Haney getting the work done or trying to get the work done. So I'm looking at the work. I'm looking at the results. If you are not entertained by watching him, I can't help that. But I know Floyd Mayweather for over a decade was listening to the same thing, but everyone tuned in to watch. For example, he's about to fight Brian Norman Jr. You know why people are tuning in to watch? They're hoping that same left hook that he hit the jab with, the haters are hoping that he gets caught with that. I don't think so. I just don't think so. And I say that respectfully. Now, I know people are hoping that it happens, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Well, we're going to have to see, because the brothers got to fight. And watch this. The brothers are going to fight. Fight. As opposed to his former contemporaries at 135, because they ain't fighting. Teofimo's not fighting. Tank's not fighting. Shakur's not fighting. They say they want to fight, but what does Devin say? They say everything but what? Fight. So anybody with the last name Ramos, Ramirez, Gutierrez, and you're not Wrench, and you're in here being disrespectful, Wrenches, you go ahead and block them. They're cowards. There's a link pinned, and they're not clicking the link. So y'all go ahead and block them. Press, you can rebuttal that, and then after that, I'm going to go to Insane, and then Peter, then sure. King Bonnie, then Freedom's.
Here's a couple things I'm gonna say from what you just said. I will go to your first point. You said something about Devin Haney. About the threats that Devin Haney received. So I'll say this: Ryan Garcia, he got punished. I'm not defending cheating. Nobody's defending cheating, and he did get punished by the commission for that year. Ryan. I'm pretty sure Ryan was fined as well, suspensions, and people did criticize him for doing that. But Devin doesn't get a free pass because someone else broke the rules for the behavior that he was exhibiting during that whole fight, before the fight happened and after the fight. Fans can dislike Ryan for whatever he's done, and also dislike Devin for his arrogance at the same time. It's not something that's monolith. So that's how, and it's like that's how Devin Haney is held accountable for the fights he has and the things he does outside the ring.
Hey,
He talks.
Press, can let me give you some help a little bit, brother.
Okay.
When you're referring to another black man, you really need to watch how you use that term arrogance. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you, this is a teachable moment. Arrogance is what those folks say about us when we're confident. They said it about Floyd. They're saying it about Devin. You just said it about Devin. And I'm telling you, there's white people saying that about Tank Davis right now. Right now. And I won't let saying that a black man is arrogant, you might as well be calling him a nigga in front of me. And I don't want to any non-black tell me that another black man is arrogant. I will never let that happen because I know what they really mean. It's code. It's code. If you're in this game, all right, code words: humble, arrogant. We always need to humble ourselves. We're always arrogant. No, we're confident because we're great at what we do. We're great at what we do. I'm telling you, I won't let no white reporter say, hey, Tank Davis, he's a little too arrogant. No. I don't fuck with Tank, but that white motherfucker, that's coming from somewhere else. I don't like Tank for my own reasons that I can articulate, but he don't like Tank because he's shining and he got tats and he got gold and he got millions of dollars and he's getting shine right now. Arrogant? They said that about Muhammad Ali. No, the man was confident. That's what they always say to us, press. All right. Devin is confident, which is why nobody fought him. And when I say nobody, I'm talking about his contemporaries. All right. Teofimo. I've never seen this. Now, press. There's no excuse for why Teofimo didn't fight this guy, especially this last time. There was a bunch of money on the table, and the young man said no. I mean, not the young man, the animal, the racist animal, Teofimo Lopez said no. And they tried to flip it and say, oh, well, good. Devin's boring. That's another thing that they put on us. So you say Tank Davis is not boring? Well, that's fine. That's fine. Tio ain't fight him either. Tank Davis is not boring, fine. And you know what? They're going to love Tank if he gets his ass handed to him. Those same fans are going to flip on him. I don't want to go off on a tangent, too much with that. But you need to understand that term arrogance, you got to be very careful when you use that within your own community. It's like putting drugs in your neighborhood. I just wanted to let you know that. I don't know if you knew that or not. Devin
I didn't know that.
Or Shakur's not arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Tank's not arrogant. You know what I'm saying? No black fighter's arrogant. If you put that mic in front of your face and they say, yeah, I'm going to win, I'm going to whoop his ass and blah, 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 blah. It's boxing. It's the sweet science, the art of hitting and not getting hit.
All right. Can I rephrase what I said?
Go ahead.
Okay. Let me not call him arrogant, but the way he talks, he doesn't really back it up with true action. That's what I'll say. And people will pick up on that and realize that this guy isn't all hyped up to what he is supposed to be. So I want to go to your other point that you said about manufacturing with the likes of Anthony Joshua and also Tyson Fury. So I'm going to go talk about AJ first. AJ had a Olympic gold medal. He came out of Olympics. He won gold. He had knockout power. People were known him through the amateurs. And when he was competing in the ranks, NJ was a fucking killer. Excuse my language. But he was good. He was good. Sure, he had a great promoter in Eddie Hearn along him, but I would not let his accomplishments be diminished to something like he was just manufactured. No, he really earned his place. Same thing with
Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, what?
He did?
What? You don't think Anthony Joshua earned his keep?
Absolutely not.
How?
He was manufactured, good brother. He was manufactured. Now, do me a favor.
he competed.
Let's keep it on Devin Haney. Let's keep it on because he did not. He did not, brother. And again, I'm saying this respectfully because you only got involved in this sport 2 years ago. I'm being but he did not. And me and Stormy all of us have broken that down specifically why he's manufactured. He did not, brother. And this is what I'm saying. They depend on brothers like yourself to carry that mantle. He did not. That man did not do what he was supposed to do, and it showed in his career right now. That's why he's sitting on the sidelines right now.
Is it because he didn't fight Deontay Wilder?
I'm sorry?
Is it because he didn't fight Deontay Wilder?
Brother, it's deeper than that. It's way deeper.
I don't know the history behind all this.
Oh, okay. So that's what I'm saying. You got to stop right there, brother. You don't know the history on it, so please, you can't comment on it, brother. Eddie Hearn is a liar, and like I said, they understand the American fight fan has a short attention span, if they're educated at all nowadays. And what they did was they took advantage of that. That's what they did. He was a glorified marketing scheme. That's what he was. He can fight a little bit, but he's not great. He didn't do what he was supposed to do either. And we've spoken on things like that. That's what I'm saying, Press. When these guys, you look at their accolades, it's not real. Guys like Anthony Joshua.
Someone can argue that about Devin Haney.
How? When he was undisputed at 135.
Okay, wait. AJ became 2-time heavyweight champion. He lost the belt and he earned it back.
Okay, doing what? Who did he beat?
You don't think Andy Ruiz?
Didn't Andy Ruiz knock him out in my city?
Yeah,
how'd that happen?
But he beat him in Saudi Arabia.
He beat him in a rematch, right?
Yeah, he boxed his ass off.
Okay, what was the conditions leading up to that fight? That's what I'm saying. This conversation gets very deep. Who did he beat? He had 3 belts. He was unified, right? Who did he beat to get those belts?
I know for the first belt. And you talking about Anthony AJ, not Andy Ruiz, right?
Yes, we're talking about AJ.
If I remember, I know he beat Klitschko. Klitschko.
Who did he beat for the belts? He had 3 of them.
He had the WBO and WBA and the WBC, right?
He did not have the WBC. All right, look, I'm gonna stop with the AJ thing because there's a whole lot that you don't know, good brother. That's what I'm saying. There's a whole lot.
Or he had an IABF. Okay.
He does. Look, there's just a whole. Just listen to what I'm telling. If you want to come up here and we can review it, and I could explain why this guy Anthony Joshua was manufactured. He could have been a lot better than what he is, but the thing is, they didn't allow him to explore. They knew what he could not do, but they had gold because he's 6'6" and he got all these muscles and he got a great smile and he's brown skin and he was a marketing scheme. That's what they did, and it caught up to him. The man never improved, and it caught up to him.
I told you he beat Klitschko for the WBA.
How old was Klitschko when he fought him?
We could say the same thing about Loma. How old was he?
But no.
How old was Regis Prograis?
No. Wait, stay right here. Klitschko was over the hill. He was past it, and Klitschko still dropped him in that fight. And in fact, I was rooting in my living room. Get up, AJ! Get up! Because I was an AJ supporter at that time.
I don't see it.
He got up, but he had no business getting leveled like that. And it was after that fight, I said, man, this dude Deontay over here, he lands that right hand, he ain't getting up. And Eddie Hearn knew that. And what he did was he judoed the American audience. He sold us AJ and lied about it, right? And the fight never happened. And here we are in 2025, and the fight still hasn't happened. And thank you, Stormy. Mind you, not only was Klitschko old, he was coming off of a 2-year layoff, and he almost fucked around and lost that fight. AJ, I found out that day. I said, okay, I'm glad AJ won, but he's not the truth. And what they did was they marketed good looks and abs. That's all they marketed. And as soon as they put him in there with a real one, Andy Ruiz, he got the floor mopped with him.
AJ beat the same Joseph Parker that beat Deontay Wilder.
No, he didn't. No, he
What?
didn't. No, he didn't.
AJ beat Joseph Parker for the WBO title.
Okay, how long was Deontay Wilder out of the ring by the time he fought Joseph Parker?
But you just said the same thing about Vladimir
So I'm
Klitschko.
saying he did not. He did not. As a matter of fact, Prez, you don't know what you don't know. I'm trying to teach you something here.
You just told me
Joseph
Klitschko was
Parker,
2 years later.
Did you watch the Parker and AJ fight?
I did not, but I
You
do
didn't
know.
Okay, all right, Prez, brother, you gotta stop. That's what I'm saying. Don't watch highlights. You gotta go watch the fight.
I watched the highlights and I saw what happened.
Okay, bro.
He won by unanimous decision.
You gotta watch the fight, brother. You gotta watch the fight. Every time Parker closed the distance, there was a clinch. They did not allow him.
Devin Haney clinches. I don't understand. He clinches a lot too. That's a part of boxing. He clinched. I don't understand these points. I'm just saying. I'm going off what you said. Vladimir Klitschko was off a 2-year layoff.
Okay, I'm
Deontay Wilder
explaining
was
to you.
on a long layoff as well. Joseph Parker beat Deontay Wilder, and AJ beat Joseph Parker. So I don't understand here.
Okay, you don't understand. Okay, that statement right there. You say you don't understand?
No, I don't understand what you're trying to tell me.
Okay. I don't think you want to understand.
I kind of do, so we can.
Okay,
move on
so I'm
from it.
explaining to you there are intangibles in reference to those outcomes. That's why I'm explaining to you. Those were not the same. But Deontay was out of the ring for an exceptional amount of time.
So Vladimir Klitschko as well.
He was not the same. Deontay was not the same.
You just told me Vladimir Klitschko wasn't the same.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
What's the excuse?
He was not. And if you watch the Parker fight, he was not allowed to work on the inside, is what I'm saying. See, I don't want to go off on this tangent. See,
What do you mean not allowed to work on the inside?
You have to understand. You're trying to venture off. This is the part where I'm trying to explain to you. See, this is the part where you're making yourself right. I'm trying to explain this to you. They are intangibles. Like I'm gonna give you an example. Let me scroll up for a second. I'm gonna give you an example. When we point out things about Tank Davis and you get super defensive, you will start regurgitating the things that, like, for example, the Lamont Roach fight. When he said I had grease fell in my eye, I literally, and I'm not saying you, but I literally saw Tank Davis fans in various comment sections rolling with that. And I'm like, no. We start talking about the rules and everything else. He was supposed to get DQ'd. That didn't happen, so he got a break there. Furthermore, y'all threatened that girl, and she had to post what she put in his hair, and there was no alcohol and no grease. And we said, oh, hold on, man. The kid's lying. And y'all got in defense mode. He ate a jab and didn't like it, and he took a knee. That's what happened. So we talk about intangibles, things that are leading up to that. You start talking about AJ and what. I'm telling you, Parker was on a roll. You said, well, but the same Parker that fought Deontay is the same one that fought AJ. No, actually, Parker got robbed versus AJ. That's why I asked you, did you watch the fight? You said no. You got to watch the fight. There are robberies. There are referees that are in cahoots with judges and everything else. Things like that really happen.
Was Parker's fight with Wilder a robbery?
No, it was not. I never said it was a robbery. I said there are robberies. I never said it was a robbery. I'm saying that Deontay was ice cold. That's why I asked you, how long was he out the ring before he got into the ring with Parker? But see, these are the things. These are the things. Now, I want you to understand what you just did. In order to prove your point or make your point about Devin, You tore down another Black American fighter. You didn't even realize you did that. You didn't even realize you did that, brother. You don't even realize you did that. And there lies the problem. It's organized confusion, and they want us to be like that amongst each other. And they're so quick to say, and I heard Tank fans do this, they so quick to say, you ain't got to tear down Tank to bring up Devin and vice versa. And all I've seen is Tank tear down everybody. He can't stay off of Twitter. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, come on, man. And Stormy says, and they never offered an opportunity to Klitschko's conquered Fury, who defeated Vladimir over 3 years earlier. Still hasn't fought Fury, who's been his neighbor the entire time. Yeah, that part. That part. This is just crazy work.
So when you were just saying all this, I wanted to go do some of my own research. You said that fight was a robbery. So I looked at the scorecards. It was 118, 110, 118, 110, 119, 109 for AJ. It's a clear unanimous decision.
Who were the judges?
Also, no major boxing outlets at that time or analysts called it a robbery at all. And even said, there's even a quote from Parker's own trainer that AJ controlled the fight with his jab.
Did you watch the fight?
I'm giving you what's been given to me.
I know what they said. I watched the fight, though. Did you watch the fight? Is it possible that you could watch the fight?
You aren't the judges.
Okay, I'm not. I'm not. But I'm my own person. I know how to score.
Being your own person doesn't matter in the context.
Press. It does matter. What did I tell you happened every time Parker closed the distance on Anthony Joshua? Did you hear what I said?
But AJ took that away from him using his jab. That's
how do you know when you didn't see the fight, Press? How do you know?
I said I saw highlights of the fight. I did.
But I asked you. See, you can't go off of highlights, and this is the problem in this era.
But you guys
don't have an attention span. Pull up the entire fight unedited and watch it. I can tell you that Michael Jordan is the GOAT, right? And you could tell me LeBron is the GOAT. And I'm saying I beg to differ. I lived through the Jordan era. I watched the games. There's a reason why. Like, I could call Kendall Gill on the phone right now, and I asked him, Michael, LeBron. He just looked at me like, bro, what? I played against Michael. There's a reason why he's the GOAT over LeBron. And it ain't got nothing to do with the stats. It's different. You had to be there. So when I tell you young cats, please go watch the whole fight in its entirety. Watch this. Prez, how are you supposed to score a boxing match?
Okay. It's about ring generalship, defense, offense, and I believe the last part, I always get this one messed up, but
when you say offense, there's a particular kind of offense. How's it explained?
You're setting the pace, or like you're setting the tone, or like you're initiating.
Clean and effective punching. That's the offense. Clean and effective punching. Ring generalship, defense. Now, you brought up Devin Haney fighting boring. Did he get touched?
Did he get touched?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's Jose Ramirez. Did he get touched?
He didn't get touched because he doesn't engage.
So who scored?
They both score.
Wait. But you want to talk about who won rounds
Devin,
now, right?
But Devin scored clear because of his.
So did he win?
Like one jab he lands.
So he won the fight, though. He won the fight.
He won the fight, right? But he says he's a draw, but he's not a draw.
Wait, hold on. No, now you're talking about it being a draw. I'm talking about how you score a fight now.
He talks like he is a draw.
Wait, hold on.
Like he's this big ace star, but
Press. Stay with me, brother. We're not talking about who's a draw now. Now we're talking about scoring a round. The question was, who won those rounds versus Ramirez? It was Devin, right?
Yeah, I said it was Devin.
Okay. So what's boxing? Hit and not get hit, right?
Sure, but
Oh, okay. Wait, stop right there. So he won, right?
he won the fight, but it doesn't mean it was good.
Do you agree that he won those rounds that he won?
Sure.
Okay. So what are we talking about?
But I already said he only landed 110 punches in a 12-round fight.
Do you know?
Fourth lowest in 40 years. That's a
Okay,
fact.
great. You know who threw less and landed less that same month? Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo.
Okay, all right. So
Okay, you're gonna bring Canelo.
What are we talking about?
Listen, Canelo is way more accomplished, had better fights.
No. We're talking about the fight. I'm not talking about Money in the Bank. I'm not talking about.
I said accomplishments. I didn't talk about money.
I'm not talking about accomplishments. I'm talking about. I think like a week later, he fought William Skull, and he couldn't throw a rock into the ocean.
But it doesn't. It's not. This was not my initial point about Devin Haney. I don't care how he scores his fights, but he talks about. I'm not a Devin Haney fan, but his fans talk about him like he is some champion of the ring, where he's like,
Are you watching
no one can beat him. He's.
Are you watching his next fight? Are you watching his next fight?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
I like boxing.
Well, okay, but why are you watching it? He's boring.
I find Brian Ormer Jr. to be exciting.
Since when?
Since he fought Sasaki.
Okay, so you just found out about Brian Ormer Jr.
I didn't just find out about him. I know when he fought Castilian. I know about that.
Okay,
that's when I really found out about him.
You've only been watching him in 2025.
He fought Castilian. When did he fight Castilian?
You tell me, brother.
It was in 2024. I found him about a year ago.
Okay, so you had to go back and watch that. So that was 2024?
No, I didn't go back. I watched that live.
What year was that?
That was in 2020. He fought Castilian.
Uh-huh.
That was in 2020. That was in 20. I believe that was 2024. Castilian.
2024?
Yeah.
You said you've been watching boxing for 2 years?
I didn't say. When did I tell you it was for 2 years?
How long you been watching boxing?
I've been watching it for, I say 4 or 5. Centillion. I don't know how to say Spanish names, but I know Centillion.
Swear to God, you told me it was 2 years. I could have
never said. I never said 2 years.
Okay. Well, let me go. I'm sorry, because you and I've been talking. There's other people on the panel. Let me go around the panel real quick.
Yeah, go around. Let everyone else.
Yeah. Let me go around, brother. Let's go. I'm gonna go to Insane next. Go ahead, Insane. Go ahead, brother.
Oh man, let me just go and delve into a couple of things that he said that I wanted to elaborate on. First of all, he said Devin Haney about being flashy in and out of the ring or whatever. Why the fuck does it matter if a man is flashy or not? I don't care about what that man doing on his off time, what he dressing like. I don't care about that.
That's not my.
Hold on, wait. I did not interrupt you, brother.
But don't get me wrong, though.
But if you can come back and rebut what I'm saying, but I didn't do that to you.
Just go ahead. We good.
Second of all, he was speaking on the low output of 114 punches, but yet he outpointed everybody that weekend, and he was the most.
Insane, damn, he went out. Insane, you there, brother? Oh shit. Peter, go ahead. What the hell happened?
Yo, salute, Drew. Salute. Salute to the panel.
Salute. Yes, sir.
Salute to everybody, man. But I just want to come up here, man. You know, and just talk about a topic that was at hand, man, about the whole not liking Devin Haney shit, man. I think it comes from the standpoint of like where he's from. You know, he's from, a good household, stuff like that. He's not from, how do you want to call it, like the bottom, the trenches, or whatever you want to call it, And it's the whole, it's the whole thing of, I came from nothing. It's I came from something. You feel me?
Yeah, it did.
That's a huge problem in the black community, right now. The whole I came from something or the other shit. It really don't matter where you come from. As long as you make it, that's that should be the point of the matter, right?
No, you right. You right.
Hey,
We
my
go.
bad, Drew. I had a phone call.
No doubt. Stormy B, man. He says, I've told you, you can't match wits with the witless. You always say that.
Hey,
You
you
always
mind
say
if I
that,
finish
man.
getting this off, Drew?
No, go ahead.
So
Then
he
we're gonna go to
says,
King Bonnie.
he says Devin about the 114 punches, but yet Devin was more precision. Devin was more precise, and landed more than anybody of that weekend. I don't have to throw
Why
a
does that
million.
matter?
I did not. Once again, I did not interrupt you. I
Let
did not,
him
not
cook,
one
Press. Let him
time.
cook, Press. Let him cook.
So my thing is this now: if I can throw 50 shots and hit you 45 times with accuracy, I don't need to throw 100 shots to hit you with that same 45. It doesn't make sense. Then you bring up this pizzazz, I guess, with Tia Female Lopez, Tank Davis, and all of them dudes. First of all, you quoted a racist dude talking about he got some type of entertainment value about itself. Just because you're not entertained, or dudes like Boxing Shigo, or dudes like Showgirl Boxing, and all those dudes ain't entertained. There's other people entertained by this young man. So really, what you're telling me is this. Oh, and then you said he wasn't a champion of the ring, but actually he was an undisputed champion in the ring, and he was a two-time division champion, going on his third division, being a world champion. Now, this is the real reason that you have hating this dude. Oh, and then you said he got into a squabble outside of the ring or whatever. Well, Devin Haney didn't touch anybody, and that fan was harassing him, and his security took care of him
That's
like
right.
they were supposed to do. So I had to clear you up on that one. The thing is this: you don't physically hate Devin Haney. What's going on is you hear everybody else's opinion, and then you form an opinion off of their opinion, and then you just go with it. You may be a Tank Davis fan of now, of the last couple years, but listening to everybody else, you adopted the way that they felt. And so now you feel it. So now all these Devin Haney pages, you go to quote unquote Devin Haney pages, but they're all they're all boxing pages, because I never heard Drew Titan hate on Tank Davis. I never heard BF hate on him. I never heard 7-8. Anybody in LDBC hate on Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, T.O., nobody. You guys get this opinion from other people, then you come over here with that opinion, and then you try to, you know what I'm saying? You run with it. Now,
Did
if
you
you just
hate on
sit
him when
back,
he goes
I
against their own
did not
man?
stop you, brother. I'm
No, you just
almost done.
lied.
I'm almost done, brother. Just give me one
You
second. I'm
lied, bro.
almost done, brother. I promise you I'm almost done. So now, once you do this, what the real issue is this: he's a young, rich man. He's a young, rich black man that's not in the streets, that's not in the ghetto. He ain't on no ghetto bullshit. He's not in drama. He's not in trouble. He has a mother and a father in his life, and he just gave his family generational wealth. So whether you talk shit about him online, if you talk shit about him in the streets or whatever, or you come with a group of people and y'all talk shit, all publicity is good publicity. No matter if you're talking about him negative or positive, you're still talking about him. And that's gonna get eyes on him. So you're not even aware that you're helping this man out. And this is the last thing I have for you right here. Make your own opinion of a person. You sit down and you watch his fights and see what type of master boxer he is in the ring. Get your own opinion and form it, and then help him out by either it being negative or positive. But just keep talking about him, because you're helping him out. I appreciate you. Now it's your turn.
Duncan Carter in that super chat, man. My brother, salute, man. He says on the same Brian card, 68, and Rolly Romero, 57, landed less punches. Yep. Devin didn't stink up the joint. That's what they wanted y'all to believe. But he wasn't the worst that whole week, by far. Before you respond, Prez, I got to go to King Vonnie, and then I'm going to go to Zone 4, and then we're going to go back to you, Prez, because they've been sitting here waiting. King Vonnie, my brother, salute, man.
What's going on, family? Hey, my whole thing is, I think, like, just from me seeing how they deal with fighters, I believe they want to see us broken. Like, as a people, it don't matter how humble you are. You know what I'm saying? What they take is arrogance and all that shit. Excuse my language. It's just really just, you know what I'm saying? Just us being us, having self-confidence and belief in yourself. But, you know, the most, not arrogant, the most confident boxers I've seen is like Wilder and Haney and EJ, who I support. And they all, you know, give them all kind of hate, and they as humble as they can be. So really, I believe they just want to see us broken, because as soon as they lose, or as soon as they meet any kind of adversity, get real quiet, or they just keep piling on, but they never get their just due. You know what I'm saying? They never get the respect or the credit that I feel they should ever get. So it's like, don't even look for it, you know, because they hate you anyway. They don't want to see you around anyway. So don't even look for it. No validation necessary. You know what I'm saying? Just keep winning and put it in their face and keep doing whatever you're doing. Keep winning. That's the best way to shut all that up. Just keep winning. And that's all I got.
No, I appreciate that, man. And that's all Devin has been doing. And they've been trying to stump him the entire time. And y'all really don't understand the significance behind the Ryan Garcia situation. But, you know, Zone 4, you up, brother?
Yo, what's up?
What's good, brother? How you feel?
I'm doing good, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing good this morning. We up. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so my opinion on Devin Haney, man, you know, I like Devin Haney, especially after I saw him fight Regis Prograis. I thought he did perfect that fight. And I didn't think that Ryan would, you know, drop Haney, but obviously, you know, Ryan was on PEDs and he came in 3 pounds overweight, so you got to take that into account for how the fight played out. But I actually like Haney, man, and even though he wasn't as aggressive with the Ramirez fight, to be honest, I didn't really expect him to, because he had just came off of that like shitty ass fight with Ryan. So, you know, but at the same time, he did win the fight. If we're talking about the sweet science, he did land more than Ramirez and he got hit less. So you got to give it to Haney. But I mean, I think honestly, he might be able to beat Brian Norman. If we're just talking about the sweet science, like, I think he's more defensively sound than Brian Norman. And I actually know Brian Norman. He actually used to go to the gym that I used to go to in Atlanta at Paul Murphy. And honestly, that says a lot about Devin, because he's going up to fight arguably like the number one dude right now at 147 since Boots left. I mean, who else is there other than Stanionis, and who just got beat? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, brother. And you know, you gotta appreciate, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I wanted to hear from the people that have an issue with Devin, because all I see is the work. I see is the work, and you know, the things that he tried to get done in 135 that didn't get done. That was up to the potential opponents. Those fights didn't happen because of them. You know what I'm saying? And I never said at that time. I never said, you know, hey, you know, this guy beats that guy beats that. I said, look, man, let's see it. At that time, I said, man, I don't know if Devin beats Nick. I don't know if he beats Shakur. I don't know. But let's see it. That's all I ever said. And then when I said let's see it, all of a sudden I became a villain. I said, what the hell? What's going on here, man? I mean, this, I don't, BFTB, salute. I don't understand any of this. I don't understand. When did we become villains for wanting to see these young kings fight? That's it. You know, T.O. turns out to be a racist. Ryan turns out to be a drug cheating racist. And then you know, Devin has to go to Australia 2 times to win undisputed and defend it.
Yeah.
Took short money. This kid's running around doing everything, and he's the American fighter, and his own people don't appreciate him. Y'all find everything wrong with him. It ain't nothing wrong, because all I see is the work. You know, and when Press was talking about, you know, he got into that scrap out at the fair. Why are people acting like he started that? He did not. I mean, he started that. When I got out of bed that morning, when people said, yo, something happened with Dev and Tank, the first thing I said was, oh, Lord, I hope I don't see a video with these 2 niggas rolling in the street, because they just fucked off their whole money. And as a community, we don't need that. And all I saw was Tank acting ignorant. And he was being enabled by a bunch of dumb niggas in social media. Yeah, because Tank from the trenches, he from the hood. And I said, he ain't do nothing but scream in the restaurants and play himself in the parking lot. It looked ignorant. It looked super ignorant. Now you done took a bunch of selfies by the man's car. Devin looked at him, smiled, looked up a space and opportunity. He didn't do shit. Devin got in his car and left. I don't understand what the problem was. That was a clout chase, man. That
I
was a
mean,
clout chase, and it was ignorant. I don't like that shit for none of these brothers. It's stupid. All I see is Devin's work. Youngest undisputed champion at 135. And by the way, he became undisputed when Tank was there, and Shakur was there, and Teofimo was there. In fact,
yeah,
I got to
that's
give
true.
Lomachenko credit because he fought him on the way out, and Lomachenko could have easily got away from that a second time. So all I see is the work. He goes up to 140, and then what do people say? Oh, he ran to 140. Who was he running from? He was at 135 for like 7 years. He ran to 140. No, he became undisputed at 135, and none of these niggas wanted to smoke. That's the reality. That's what happened. And then he goes to 140. Now all of a sudden, Regis Prograis is cooked. No, Regis cooked. Regis got cooked, and he ain't been the same ever since. That's the truth. And now he's going up to 47 to fight this dangerous ass puncher, and these niggas still got a problem.
Wait, I
I
have a
don't.
question.
No, you know what? I was about to say I don't understand y'all, but I do understand y'all. Y'all don't know any better.
Was Regis Prograis the number one fighter at the 140-pound division?
Say it again, Press.
Was Regis Prograis the number one fighter? Because y'all like to make this claim. Was he the number one fighter at the 140-pound division?
He had a belt. He had a belt.
Joseph Parker. No, not Joseph Parker. I meant to say, what's his damn name? Josh Taylor. He had a belt.
Okay, so Tank went up to 140. He could have fought Josh Taylor. He didn't. He fought Mario Barrios. What was that about?
He fought Mario Barrios.
Why didn't he fight Josh Taylor? This is Tank Davis.
Devin could have done the same thing. Why didn't he fight Josh Taylor?
No.
No. You tried to make it about.
Answer the question.
My question was.
Answer the question.
My question was to you: was Regis Prograis the number one fighter at?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And he had a belt.
It was Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor.
No. Listen to me very carefully. He was number one, and he had a belt. And Devin went up there and beat him. As a matter of fact, Devin was a bit of an underdog. Ask Ellie Sekback. If you ask him, he was an underdog. Matter of fact, Ellie Sekback said that Regis was going to knock out Devin, and Devin beat his ass. He beat his entire ass and took the belt. That's what happened. So now, Josh Taylor was the guy at 140. Tank went up there and fought Mario Barrios. Why? Hello? Press?
You called him. I mean, that's what he wanted to do. That's what they published.
What would you rather esteem? Josh Taylor or Mario Barrios?
I was Tank at a new division. I didn't really care. I don't care who you.
Hey, hold on. How could you say you didn't really care with Tank, but you cared about Devin? You wanted him to jump in there with Josh Taylor, but you don't care what Tank did when he went to 140 press. You don't see the discrepancy in your thought process right now? You don't see that? You gonna tell me you don't see that, brother? Come on now.
No, I don't. What I'm saying. Okay. Listen to me.
All right.
I would have liked to see Tank fight Josh Taylor immediately, but I had no problem with him fighting a good opponent in Mario Barrios for the first time at 140. That's good comp.
So Regis Prograis wasn't good enough comp at 140 for the first stint at 140?
I asked the question. I never said he wasn't good comp. I never said Regis was good comp.
Okay.
I said yes.
I
said who was the number one? Who was the number one guy? Because y'all like to make the claim that Regis was the number one guy.
And I answered you.
Regis
Prograis was the number one guy. He was the number one guy, and he had a belt.
Wasn't Josh Taylor? I don't know how he lost the belt, but I know Josh Taylor.
You know how Josh lost the belt? You want to know? I can tell you.
Did he lose to Regis?
No. He beat Regis.
Yeah, that's what I remember. He did fight Regis.
Okay, but you know who else beat Josh Taylor? A guy named Teofimo Lopez. You know the other guy that's ducking Devin right now?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know Theo built Josh Taylor.
Right, but Teofimo, that other guy,
Josh Taylor was undisputed.
He also called Tank Davis a monkey. What's up with that?
I mean, that's Theo. Theo's gonna do what he's gonna do.
Okay, but Tank was supposed to clean all of this up, bro. That's all I wanted Tank to do. That's all I wanted him to do. Clean it up. I think he beats Tio. But now I don't know. And we'll never know. All I wanted Tank to do was to punch Loma in the face before the pandemic. He didn't do it. I wanted him to punch Tio in the face. He didn't do it. Wanted him to go fight Shakur Stevenson for unification. He didn't do it. But he's giving you Jake Paul. What the hell is going on here? But this ain't about Tank. This ain't about Tank. You question Devin's moves at 140. He went up and fought Regis, who was number one, and he was a legit champion, had a belt. He beat him, and you brought up Josh Taylor.
Yeah, because Josh Taylor was a number one guy in the division.
Are you
sure?
He
vacated some of the belts, but he's still number one, still ranked number one in the whole division, not all the fights at 140. It was Josh Taylor. It was never Regis. He was ranked number one in WBC because he was a champion of the WBC belt. They gave him that belt.
So you're saying that Devin did a coward? You're insinuating that Devin did a cowardly
I'm just saying Devin didn't fight the number one guy at 140. He fought the WBC champion.
I'm telling you that Regis Prograis was the number one guy and he had a belt.
That according to the ranking, not according to the Ring magazine. That's what y'all go off by. This is the number one guy was Josh Taylor.
Christ. Press. See what's happening now. I gotta call you on this, brother. What you're trying to do is discredit what Devin has accomplished.
He beat the champion. He beat Regis. I'm not.
All right. So why are you bringing up Josh Taylor?
But I'm just. Josh Taylor was the champion too.
Okay. So then when I asked
you brought up the point that why didn't Tank fight Josh Taylor? I'm like, okay, why didn't Devin fight this guy?
Because no. When I brought up Regis, young man. When I brought up Regis, you brought up Josh Taylor, and I explained to you that Regis was number one and he was a champion. But since we're on the topic of Josh Taylor, I asked you, why didn't Tank, when he went to 140, why didn't he fight Josh Taylor? Why did he fight Mario Barrios? Then when I bring up the same guy, all of a sudden you got defensive. You see how that works? You brought up Josh Taylor. I didn't. You did. And the reason why I brought up 140 was because I said Devin did all he could at 135. He tried to give Shakur a fight on the way out. Bob Arum was like, no. Everyone was like, no. So he said, I can't make the weight no more. I'm going up to 140. Then people said he ran to 140. I said he didn't run nowhere. He went and fought for a belt immediately and was dominant. He ain't go anywhere. He ain't run nowhere. He tried to give everyone an opportunity. And then you brought up Josh Taylor. I didn't bring him up. You did. So I said, well, since we're on Josh Taylor, why didn't Tank go up and fight Josh Taylor? Why did he fight Mario Barrios? He could have won that, right? That's what I'm saying. You brought him up. I didn't bring him up. You brought up Josh Taylor as a means to discredit what Devin is accomplishing. And this is the fundamental problem I have with people when I ask people, what is your real issue with Devin? There is no real issue because all I see is the work. I see what Devin has tried to accomplish. I seen how the man got cheated and people just don't give a shit. And I see what he's doing now. Now he's going to 147 and he's about to fight a certified killer. And that's still not enough. I remember I did a live stream on some god-awful Boxing News 24 article, and I ran down the names of this dude that wrote. He said, what Devin needs to do, he needs to fight these guys to reach superstar status. Now, Boots was on there. At the time, Devin was at 135. I said, I don't know why Boots is on there, right? Boots was on there. But you know what was crazy? Tank, I get it. Shakur, Boots, all right. Dude had David Benavidez on that list. And I said, who's writing this shit? Who's writing this? Never in my life, you wouldn't even fathom to put in a certified boxing match, Tank Davis in the ring with David fucking Benavidez. But this writer for Boxing News 24 said that Devin needs to fight that guy. Now, would you put Tank in the ring with David Benavidez in a sanctioned bout, Press?
I mean, he's fighting Jake Paul now, so.
Okay, thank you. I was about to get you with the Uncle Pecos. So after this Jake Paul thing, a reality is David Benavidez versus Tank, right? That would be a reality, right?
If Tank wants that fight, sure.
All right, you heard it here first. Thank you for being honest. You heard it here first. Xavier, what up, bro?
Hey, good morning. Good
Well,
morning.
but we
Good
can.
morning, everybody.
I gotta go. So
Oh,
we can
okay,
agree.
Prince.
We can agree to disagree. Good
All
talk.
right.
Also, your subscribers are, I don't know. They a bit of an echo chamber, but it's okay though.
That's okay. Send me an email
Oh
so I can.
yeah, I'm gonna send you the email later. Yeah, I
All
got
right,
you. I
all right.
got you.
Okay, good brother.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Good morning,
Xavier, what up?
everybody. Hey, how is everybody doing this morning?
Chilling,
Hey,
chilling.
so I'll be quick. I don't understand why it is that everyone's got to say when we bring up the racism with Ryan and Teal. Well, Ryan is Ryan and Teal is Teal. Like, what is that supposed to fucking mean? Those two are some racist assholes that do not deserve to have our time. But when we talk about Devin, they want to bring up personality. They want to bring this up. What the fuck does that mean? You know what I
Nothing.
mean?
It means
Like,
nothing.
I don't get it. Like, look, I'm not saying I'm the biggest Devin Haney fan, but I'm kind of am because, I mean, the guy is undisputed. He went and fought Kambosos twice. I mean, what is personality? If personality has to do so much, well, okay. Let's say Ryan has personality, but he's never won a world title. Why are you giving him a pass?
You
I
know
don't
what I would
understand.
love to see? And I know it existed for a little bit in MMA.
Do you know what I mean, though, right?
No,
I
no,
mean,
no. I feel you on that.
I'll
100%.
sound crazy, right?
No, no. You know
I
what I
mean,
want to
freaking
see? Though,
even
do you
Canelo kicked
remember?
them out of their camp, bro. What the fuck?
You remember about maybe 20 years ago? You remember when the Ultimate Fighter first came out?
Yeah.
You remember that?
It was
Okay.
93, right? With Hoist Gracie.
You remember the competitor that was deaf? He was a deaf mute.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could fight. He didn't win, but I would love to see a boxer with a high skill set. But the problem is he can't hear and he can't talk.
Oh.
How the fuck do you market that? Are you going to say he's boring at that point? Oh no, he's handicapped though. I mean, come on.
I see your analogy. I see what you're saying. It's just
Yeah.
it really irks me because, like, Devin, he's given us everything we want.
You know what I want? Not to cut you off because I ain't got much time left. You know what I want? When he say that he's not marketable, what does that mean exactly? What do you want to see a guy do outside the ring that catches your eye? You see what I mean? I need to know what that is.
I don't know. Maybe it's just this generation of people, bro. I don't know. You know what I mean? I go to scratch my head like 1,000 times. I'm like, bro, like Canelo kicked Teal and Ryan out of his camp for a reason. He don't fuck with them because they're racist. You know what I mean? And just think about this. Canelo has nothing but black fighters in his camp. That's why he kicked those two out.
Cal Negro's favorite fighters are all black. I mean, come on, man. But what makes? I mean, look, I watch the sport, man. I'm not. See, this social media got everybody messed up, man. Absolutely, I don't care 100%. What Devin is doing. I don't care about what the kid wears around his neck. What I saw Devin wearing around his neck is worth more than 3 months of my salary. I'll say that, and that's lowballing it.
That's very lowballing,
he deserves it. He deserves. He worked hard for it. He deserves it. But I'm not worried about that. I like to see him jumping rope and hitting the bag, and putting in work. I don't want to see him eating and all out of shape. I don't need to see that. I want to see him putting in work. That is what keeps me interested as a supporter. I don't want to see these cats. Yo, man, Floyd got on my nerves. I didn't care for the cars and the jewelry. I didn't care for that. Maybe because I'm old. I don't care.
Well,
what excites these guys?
I mean, you can't compare Devin to Floyd as far as Devin. Honestly, Devin keeps to himself. You know what I mean? And if you press, he might be a young little asshole out on the streets and everything. But when it comes to boxing, he keeps to himself. He don't fuck with you unless you fuck with him, right? And I've met him a couple of times. Seems like a really down to earth guy. I've never hung out with him or went to a bar and had a beer with him or nothing like that. So I can't tell you on a personal level what he is. But Floyd's a piece of shit, bro. He's an asshole. You know what I mean? He treats people like shit. I mean, he beat up his wife in front of his kids, and people love that shit. But they don't like a guy like Devin Haney. It's like the other day you were talking about Mike Tyson. You know, people love Mike Tyson, and he did all this stuff, but you don't like Deontay Wilder? What the fuck? You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like you ever see that movie Zoolander?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. You know what I mean?
Look, I don't understand it. These cats can't make me understand it. I had nothing but space and opportunity. But, you know, when I hear things like, well, today I did. When I hear things like he's not exciting, what does that mean? I like watching boxing. Ramirez couldn't throw a rock into the ocean. I didn't care. And then they say, oh, it was the worst performance. And I'm like, well, by the way of the numbers, Canelo did worse. He did far worse. I mean, and Ramirez, his ribs was broken. His hair was all leaned over. He got fucked up when Devin stopped and planted. You understand? So, I mean, I don't give a damn about none of that. He won, and he got her out of that fight unscathed, and the Ryan Garcia fight was still there, and all Ryan Garcia had to do was win, and he lost a boxing match to Rolly fucking Romero?
Yeah, that's like losing.
What? I didn't see that coming at all. Because Rolly was supposed to get smoked. He showed up in the Batmobile and left looking like the goddamn Joker. That's what happened. And the fight was still available. And right now, as we speak, his hand hurts, and he's taking a year off. And none of you said a word.
I don't get that. I mean, look, since we're talking about Devin and Canelo, those guys, they mirrored what their opponent was going to give them. And it's not like Ramirez was going out there and trying to make a fight or nothing like that. You know what I mean? He wasn't throwing a lot of punches either, you know what I mean? And like Skull ran around. I mean, the dude's still running right now. You know, so I don't get why we have to criticize Devin, but we won't say nothing about Ryan's performance. Ryan's did terrible. You know what I mean?
Well, we all know what it is. Ryan did terrible, and it's because of him. Devin can't get it back in blood, but you heard it. You heard it. Devin could do no right.
What
Devin
is it?
Devin could do no right. You heard it yourself. He could do no right. Like the young brother Prez. When I brought up how Devin did all he could at 135, goes to 140. People said Devin ran to 140, and then he beats up on Regis Prograis, who was number one and he was a champion.
I missed that part.
Talking about Josh Taylor. I'm like, well, Josh Taylor wasn't that guy by the time Devin got that. But then when I say, well, your man Tank went up and fought Barrios, but Josh Taylor was that guy when Tank went up there. What happened? All of a sudden it's, oh, well, you brought up Josh Taylor. No, I did not. So this is what you're dealing with when you're dealing with Devin Haney haters.
And that's the biggest part, Drew. And you know, I don't really get involved in a lot of the race stuff, right? But Ryan and Teofimo's are proven racists, right? I don't like them because I don't fuck with that shit. You know what I mean? You've known me for a while. I don't do that. But if you are black, you should not ever be giving Ryan or Teofimo any type of pass. If I don't do it, look, fuck me, right? If Canelo doesn't do it, damn sure you shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't get it.
I firmly believe that was a huge part of the reason why he distanced himself from Ryan. And even if Canelo feels like that behind closed doors, he never said that fuck out loud. And he didn't want that heat or that Ryan Garcia bullshit. He didn't want that around his gym.
Well, I mean, he didn't want Ryan or Teo. It's funny because they both got fired within like the same week.
That's right. I mean? You notice Teo almost went over there, and it was like, nah. And they got Ryan the fuck up out of there. But listen, I got to run.
All right, no problem.
Yo, Peter the Great, man, salute to you, good brother, man.
Salute.
Man, much love, man. Xavier, salute. I'll holler at you. I gotta bust this move real quick. Well, Alliance Communication was open, and salute to y'all. Thank you for rocking me this Monkey Tuesday. And The general should be on. And salute to DHP. Salute to the Normans. They're gonna have a good fight. Thank you for those young brothers making shit happen. You know, Team Norman's only team with balls because Devin went down that list and everybody else, you know, they scratching their head like, hey, I don't know, I got something to do. You know, my grandma died, you know, whatever the fuck. You know, I just want to see these guys get active. You know what I mean? That's it. So the lines of communication was open. What was your real issue with Devin Haney? Only Prez came up and spoke his mind. So y'all know, if y'all get into the chat when this video uploads, I don't want to hear it.
All my troubles come more nigga. Yeah, it makes me mad. Why you niggas are so against somebody for you?
How much longer do you think your mouth
makes me so mad. Long enough to beat your ass if you fuck up. That's right. You might not get out of the stadium tonight. You gotta be cool because you been watched.
One day it'll make sense. Till that day I gotta pay rent. You know, baby, need some new shoes. Gotta keep some dollars on the statement. Serena with the serve. Who is you what you deserve? Yeah. Who is you what you deserve? Who is you what you deserve? Yeah. Look, I feel like I should just be honest. I'm escaping traumas, trying to be the greatest, that's my promise. You know, I always stand on business, always been relentless. Know the trousers new and the shirt vintage. Living free of drama, still finding ways to make my own problems, chasing progress. A baddie sleeping in a bonnet, that's my favorite topic. Still searching for a goddess like the Black Madonna. It's like that, and I'm right back. For every message left on red and ones that I ain't right back. Was looking for some peace inside myself until I find that. I'm in and out of situations, wavy as a kayak. Before the lights dim, I say a prayer, I find the one before my life end. But to be fair, I might not deserve to even find it then. I hope I'm reincarnated through the fire then, so I can try again. One day it'll make sense. Till that day I gotta pay rent. You know, baby, need some new shoes. Gotta keep some dollars on the statement. Serena with the serve. Who is you what you deserve? Yeah. Who is you what you deserve? Who is you what you deserve? Yeah. I deserve to be me. I deserve to make mistakes. I deserve to be free.
Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.